short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
The Federal Reserve is allowing banks to distribute capital because banks are really strong.
Banks are really strong. Yeah, right. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Banks are strong. Are you kidding me? Now, they're masking everything with all this printing. Remember, this printing of money masked everything. Let me explain. Money printing has gone wild. Now, if the Federal Reserve, if you could trade the Federal Reserve as a stock, the symbol would be money. That's right. It would be the dollar. It would be the dollar. Now, they have printed so much money, it's destroying this economy. From January this year, January 2020, do you know they've increased the printing of money by 64%? A lot of us just keep these banks rolling. That's right. Now, if you go back to 2008, remember the fake narrative with quantitative easing when it first came out? It was we're going to print all this money, and what we're going to do is we're going to buy all these treasuries, bring interest rates to zero. And that's going to benefit Main Street workers. Corporations can now borrow money at zero interest. They'll put it into business investment, new machinery, IT spending. That's going to increase your productivity as a worker. That means your wages are going to go up. Your standard of living is going to go up. This is going to be great for the economy because with this spending, our economy is going to grow. Because 72% of our economic growth comes from spending. This is going to be fantastic, they told us. Really. Never worked out that way. None of that money went to wages. None of that money went to productivity, new equipment. Now, think of 2017, another fake narrative. Tax cuts and the Jobs Act of 2017. Boy, this is going to be great. We're going to cut taxes for these large corporations from whatever it was, 35% to, 15%, 21%. This is going to be terrific, man. You know they saved about $806 billion. That's right. $806 billion they saved in taxes. What did they do with all that money? Didn't go to Main Street. Stock buybacks. So, go and take a look at how much money they printed. Go back to 2008. QE1, QE2, the TARP, QE3, from November 2008 to October 2013. Is that 4 years? They printed in 4 years $3 trillion. Do you know what they printed just in the month of February to March of this year? $3 trillion, the same amount. In 1 month, they printed $3 trillion, which took them 4 years to print $3 trillion for QE in 2008. And everything's always the same, to help Main Street. It destroys Main Street, doesn't help Main Street, these zero interest rates. And then, take November of this year. November 16th to November 20th. They printed $500 billion in 5 days. Whoa, wait a minute. That's not even, they weren't even done. In 6 days, November 23rd to November 30th, they printed another $210 billion. What, are you absolutely nuts? Know what this proves? The system's going to collapse if it wasn't for all this printing of money. They have to keep printing and printing to keep the system from collapsing. All this printing of money, all this stimulus. Now we got more stimulus. Another $900 billion in stimulus. That stimulus is not going to help. More stress. Because the dollar keeps getting weaker and weaker and weaker. You can't take a dollar and drop it, its value, its product. Think about it. In 9 months, in the last 9 months, the value of the dollar dropped 14%. Are you out of your mind? Are you nuts? That means every time you go to the grocery store now, you got 14% less in one of those dollar bills that you have, that paper money. All this money, this printing of money, is destroying our economy, but making a very small group incredibly wealthy. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I mean, just this year they printed they increased the printing money by 64%. That's insane. You know why they're doing all this masking? I mean, they're doing all the printing to mask what's going on with the inflation from all the printing. They keep printing the money to mask the destruction of all this inflation. Now, they say there's no inflation. That's what they tell us. There's no inflation. 2%. That's ridiculous. If anybody went shopping, you know that's ridiculous. That's crazy, no inflation. Health insurance, for God's sakes. Go buy a laptop. I mean, to say that is ridiculous. So this is all a lie. One big lie. This economy is getting better. We're on our way. Well, ask anybody if we're on our way who just purchased health insurance or had to rent an apartment. How about purchasing a home? See that? Home prices going up 8% a month. That's insane. How about if you had to pay for a student loan? You just borrowed money for a student loan. I saw some numbers the other night. It was crazy how much student loans went up. And just go and buy some staples. Telling us inflation's 2%. Everything is being done. All this printing of money is to fool us, is to mask all the damage so that you don't get worried. They don't want you to worry. Why the 1 percentile and the 1/100th percentile get fabulously wealthy. You know, they keep telling us how the banks are doing terrific, right? Banks are really doing well. Are you kidding me? Banks aren't doing well. This is a terrible environment for the banks. Now, you say, well, look at all the mortgages. They're selling houses like crazy. It doesn't help the banks. A 2.7% interest rate help the banks? This is helping them start to fail again. But they're propping the banks up. They keep propping the banks up. Same with our corporations. Our corporations aren't making money. Their debt is killing them. They prop them up. Keep printing money. Keep printing money. Keep interest rates at zero. Go take that money you're printing and go buy their debt. The Federal Reserve keeps buying the debt of the banks, the mortgages. Goes by the debt of the corporations. This is one big mess. This is one big mess. This is crazy. I mean, the dollar, as a result of all this money printing, drops 14% in 9 months. How could that be good? While they're increasing the purchasing power of every dollar we have. So what's going to happen? What's the bottom line? I'll explain when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right. Free for 10 days. And I hope you're listening to my show on the YouTube channel. And make sure that you check out my new YouTube I put up over the weekend on shorting. That's right. The shorting made so easy, anybody can do it. If you can push a button, if you can put a light switch on and turn a light switch off, you can short. You know, they make shorting sound so scary, like you're going to lose everything, you're going to lose all your money. That's all a bunch of BS. They do that. Wall Street does that because Wall Street doesn't want you to sell anything. When you sell short, you're selling a stock. They want you to buy. They created fake narratives. If you go to my YouTube channel right now, where I talk about shorting, and it's so easy, made so easy, a child could do it. If you can push a button, you can short. You don't have to get involved with, all the explanation. What does it mean to sell something you don't own and all that? You don't need to know anything about that. You don't need to know it. All you need to know is if you have a stock and you see it going down, you push a button. And then when you want to get out,
you push another button. And when the stock goes down, you're going to know exactly when to sell it short because it turns red. It's done for you. Think about it. If you look at a regular chart, and you look up right here, right now, if you look at a chart, it looks, all the candlesticks look the same. Green and red, green and red, green and red. But if you look at my chart, my Pro 2 chart, look at that. It shows you when all the selling is being done, shows you when the buying is being done. And here's something that's really neat, that nobody has this. They better not, because this is my chart. It's patent. We also show you get it will turn, the stock will turn yellow. And if you look at the spiders right now, it went from red. That means they're selling it. The institutions were selling it. Then it turned green. And now you look at it, in the last 4 days, it gives you a heads up. It went from green to yellow, which means it's giving you a heads up. 4 days, it's warning you. The stock's ready to go down. The institution's ready to pull the money out of the S&P 500. The big boys are going to pull their money out. There's no one that has a chart like this that warns you 4 days in advance. This is now the 4th day telling you that they're pulling money out of the market. Who? The big institutions. The big institutions that move the stock up and down, the market up and down, individual stocks up and down. When the big hedge funds, the big insurance companies, and the big banks, when they don't buy, I'm sorry, nothing happens. They're the ones who make the market go up and down. Not you, not me. And so by that little feature, it's an extra feature I put in there for you for safety, so it warns you right now, 4 days. 4 days in advance, it's telling you, be careful, they're starting to pull their money out. Does your broker ever call you and tell you that in a stock? If you're in a certain stock, does he call you and say, hey, we got to start taking money out. We got to start taking some money out. Do you ever do that for you? Of course not. But here's the best thing. When it turns red, with just a push of a button, when the stock starts going down, you push a button. It says sell short. That's it. And then, even on the chart, we make it so easy, we created what we call a sweet spot. A sweet spot tells you exactly when to get in and exactly when to get out. No guesswork. You just know when to get in to short and when to get out. And when you're ready short, you hit the button sell. Boom. You're ready to get out, you hit buy. That's all you need to know. Do you know how much money you've been leaving on the table every time the market starts going down? Or do you imagine every time you get out of a stock, so I got to get out of this stock. I made my money down. I think it's going down. I think it's going down. I got to get out. Isn't that silly? Isn't that silly? You're saying, I got to get out of this stock. I think it's going down. You get out, and then you go look for another stock. What are you, nuts? If you think it's going down, for heaven's sakes, can't you push a button that says sell short and make money on the way down? My Lord. I mean, that's as simple as it is. So go check it out. You get the chart free for 10 days. My color-coded chart. You'll learn how to use it in 10 days free, and you get the membership for free for 10 days. But look at that. Turned yellow. Perfect. Perfect. So let's go back to the reason you got to make money with the market going down. I know everything seems great. This morning, the market was down 500 points. And the first thing I told my members was this. Don't believe it. It's going to turn positive. This is exactly what I said. It was down 500 points this morning. It's exactly what I said to my members here. This morning, the market was up, down 500 points. Plunger team came in immediately, bought futures, which is they buy stock out into the future. And then the big hedge funds, the big banks, the big institutions that drive the stock market see, oh, they're putting a base in. So it dropped from 500 points. Now we're down to 293. And then probably by the end of the day, they'll try to bring it positive. And they did. It's now positive 31 points. Now, how did I know that? Well, I've only been doing this for 45 years. Been on the market for, I've been on this earth for 74. I've been around this market a long time. What they are doing constantly, they're not allowing the market to drop down. Every time it pulls back, they push it right back up with buying futures. They just go to the future index. It's like you're buying a stock in the future. When they see that the big banks come in and buy the stock, see, look, the Federal Reserve prints money, gives the biggest 5 banks. The biggest 5 banks go and they rig the market by buying the index futures, okay, the futures. And then the big institutions say, "Oh, they're putting a base in. I better not short. I'm gonna buy my shares back." And boom, we went from 500 points up to positive 33 points. How did I know that? My chart told me it was going to happen. My chart. Look, we know one thing. From 2008 to today, the amount of printing that they're doing is destroying the economy. But nobody's figured it out yet. But they're getting there, and it's getting closer and closer to figure out. And when they do, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen when I get back. And it's getting close. Be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1 90020.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine, Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Hope you're listening to me on my YouTube channel. Also, go to my YouTube channel where I posted over the weekend a new posting which identifies how you can sell a stock short, make money. It's easy, it's safe. If you can just push a button, you can do this. If you can put a light switch on and off, you can do this. You got to learn to sell short. Don't get caught like you did in 1987 when the market went down. Don't get caught like you did with the dot-com when the market went down. Don't get caught like you did with the housing and financial bust when the market went down. And don't get caught like you did with the pandemic when the market went down 33%. 33%, the market went down. And what did they do? They immediately came in and started printing money again. Printing money again. Are you kidding me? They started to print so much money. They increased it by 64%, that the dollar dropped 14%. So they increased money printing by 64%. Every dollar in your wallet dropped by 14%. And the stock market went up on stock buybacks that didn't benefit you, your family, or the company you work for. It screwed you because they don't care about you. This time when the market's going down, you're going to learn how to short it. So it's so simple. Just 2 buttons. Go check it out. Go check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com, my YouTube channel. And I did a video on how to do how it works. Anybody can do it. It's easy. Your kids can do it. Please hit subscribe. Hope you hit like and share. And hope you listen to my radio show on the YouTube channel as well. Now, here's what they do. They've destroyed you. They destroyed your family. They destroyed your job. And the market keeps going up to benefit who? The top 1/100th of 1% of the population and the top 1% of the population. It's all for them. Well, everybody else is getting screwed. You know what they do? It's amazing. They do not want gold going up because, see, they mask printing all this money is the way they mask inflation. Inflation is 10%, not 2%, but they mask it. And what they do is the Federal Reserve hates gold. Hates gold. Like I said, if you're going to trade the Federal Reserve, if you could, they would have the stock symbol, the dollar, UUP. Unbelievable. Gold is up 80% in 4 years. Everybody keeps telling how bad gold is. Are you kidding? Gold? If you take GLD, and we bought GLD back in April of this year, and we got out when it started to turn red. See, we got in, it was about 30% gain. We got in somewhere around, I think it was around 148, and then it turned red, and we got out somewhere around 189. Isn't that nice? So with great confidence, we could buy gold. That's about a 30% gain. Now, the better part was now once it turned red, we just didn't get out and say, oh, we made 30%, we're now going to leave. If we know the stock's going to go down, why would we just get out and go find another stock? That'd be crazy, because all the other stocks went up too. It's like if you had a house you bought 20 years ago for $200,000, and now you go buy another house, and you say, well, look at all the money I made. No, you didn't, because now the house that you went and bought is now $500,000. Sure, you can get $500,000 for your house, but you didn't gain, because the house you're going to go buy in the same town is now up too, so you didn't gain anything. So where you make your money in the market is by selling it short. So simple, so easy. The video, it's a 5-minute video. It shows you how to do it. Please check it out. And gold, as I said, is up 80% in 4 years. Now see, gold identifies inflation, which means it's going to cost more money, our government, to borrow. When they go borrow money, they got to pay more interest to the Chinese. Because when gold goes up, that's a sign of inflation. And Chinese hold a lot of our dollars. They want to make up for that inflation. So what do? The gangsters on Wall Street do? They'll rally the interest rates just a little bit above gold, so that the people who are going to, instead of buy gold, they'll go buy treasuries. They manipulate it. They manipulate it by raising the rates just a little bit on the treasuries so that they'll drop gold. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by that. Watch your color-coded chart. It'll tell you when to buy. That's what you can trust. Your color-coded chart, when to buy gold, not buy gold. They try to drive gold prices down. They intentionally raise yields to drive gold prices down to convince investors to drop gold. That's ridiculous. Remember what drives gold. If you take the interest rates and you deduct inflation from it, here's the interest rate, then deduct what your inflation is. It's negative. That drives gold. Simple as that. It's going to drive gold. Smart money will buy gold. Now, they tell us that the economy, the consumer is doing great. The consumer is fantastic. The consumer is so he has good money. He's got a good job. He's so strong. They tell us about the consumer. Well, no, that's a lie too. The consumer has headwinds, but they never talk about it on these fake business news networks. The fake business news networks will never confess that the consumer is running into a huge headwind. And they've been screwed since 2008. 44% of our workforce makes $18,000 a year. Cost of living has increased 14%. Cost of living has increased 14% since 2018. Just 3 years ago? And they're still making making a lousy $18,000 a year. Average hourly wages on an annual basis rose 2.8%, while health care went up 8%. Are you kidding me? Now think about student and auto loans. They're growing twice as fast as wages. Don't listen to them when they say, wages are going up. Adjusted for inflation, they're no different than the 70s. Yes, you got a bigger check, but the purchasing power of your dollar is the same as in the 70s. Student and auto loans growing twice as fast as wages and the economy. Twice as fast. Both are in some form of forbearance program. Yes, auto loans are in a forbearance program. Do you know that? Credit cards, student loans and auto loans in a forbearance program. Same with mortgages, but they're telling us the economy's great. Student loans, $1.5 trillion. That's a $671 billion increase since 2009. 3 million auto loans. Total debt, $1.3 trillion. That's $367 billion higher than 2009. Credit card debt. A 1/4 point rate hike means the 157 million Americans who pay 17% interest will pay an additional interest of $11 billion. You know how much money they make out of these credit cards? They've got you by the throat. 50% of people with credit cards pay the minimum. Oh, but they're telling us how strong the economy is, how strong the consumer is. Wait a minute. If he's so strong, why is he saving? Remember, the average savings rate was 7% since 2015 until we hit the pandemic in February 2020, and people got scared. It went up to 33% from 7%. Now it came down. It's at 14%. Never gone back to that 7%. That difference between 7 and 14% is killing the economy. That money's not going to the economy. People aren't spending. Please learn how to sell short. It's so easy. It's free for 10 days. We'll show you. We'll give you the chart free. How about retail stores, those credit cards? Anybody that has a retail store credit card, you got to be nuts. Interest rates are as much as 30%, and people are just paying minimum. Unbelievable. Home mortgages. People are up to their neck. 16 trillion. 4 million homeowners representing 850 billion in unpaid mortgages. They're in forbearance. I'm not talking about that. This is just the headwinds for the consumer. What about the economic headwinds, the national debt, and so on? You're going to make wealth if you just learn how to make money when the market goes down. We're here to help you. It's free for 10 days. Please.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
4 or 5% is quite reasonable. I think, frankly, there's a lot of upside potential. You're going to have a very spiffy economy. Underlying economy is very good. You're going to roar next year. Absolutely roaring.
I'm telling you, there's nearly 900,000 people filed for jobless claims in the last week. You guys buy stocks. 250,000 new cases average 7-day from Johns Hopkins. You guys buy stocks. 20 million Americans receiving some form of unemployment claims. And worse than that is the outlook is terrible for this in the next several months. We're talking about, Ian Shepardson forecasts that the number of claims could go back to 1 million pretty soon. I've got several economists forecasting job losses for the month of December when the payroll number comes out. That's not for sure, but that's in the month. And none of this matters.
None of it matters. Of course not. Of course it doesn't matter. Steve, it doesn't matter because stocks go up not on profits, not on earnings. Stock goes up if it's stimulus. If there's going to be a stimulus program, it's going to go up. Even if there's no stimulus program, stocks just keep going up on printing of money. You keep printing money, keep giving it to CEOs, they keep buying their own shares back. Stocks just keep going up. Look, take our own stocks, take Groupon. Now, it turned green. Told the institutions were buying, okay, and that was on November 18th. The institutions were buying. And they're still buying at $37. So we're up on that stock alone, okay, about 22%. Again, I'm not saying every gang member's up 22%, but every gang member had the opportunity to be up 22%. I don't know what every gang member makes when they enter or not enter. But here's the good thing about it. We don't have to worry about it coming back down. We'll know. In fact, we have a feature that turns yellow that gives you a heads up 4 or 5 days in advance. Sometimes a week in advance. How about that? And I show you how this works. It's free. Go to my YouTube channel. And I hope you're listening to this radio show. You're listening to me on YouTube. And go to my YouTube channel, and I put up a piece on how easy it is to sell stock short. If you know how to push a button to buy and push a button to sell, you don't have to know all the stuff about shorting. You don't know anything. When it turns red, push the button. Then when it tells you to get out, boom, you push another button, you're out, and you make the difference in the money. So I'll give you an example. Groupon. We shorted that back in September. It went from green to red. But before it went from green to red, this little feature that we put in it now turns it yellow. So I had a 5-day heads up from where it told us the institutions are no longer buying. They're starting to pull their money out, and it's going to turn red because they're selling it. And sure enough, 5 days later, it turned red. It turned red, and what a beautiful short it was. It turned red, told us exactly where to get in, told us exactly where to get out. We pushed the button, sell short. We pushed the button to buy. And on that short, we had a 22% gain. So we picked up an extra 22%. And think about it. An extra 20. That's before you'd leave that on the table for Wall Street. Look, there is, when you hear the amount of, the headwinds, not only against the consumer, but against the economy, is unbelievable. Our debt is going up $3.8 billion a day. Our budget deficits are going up $3.8 billion a day. Imagine that, $3.8 billion a day is our national debt rising and our budget deficits. That's insane. Each quarter point rate hike adds another $40 billion to our annual interest rate, which is now about $375 billion. Now, they're not raising rates because the guys who are in control, they're never going to raise rates again. As far as they're concerned, they're going to make as much money as they can, and they're going to make a fortune when this market implodes, which it's going to, because we're so close to people realizing they gotten screwed since 2008. They didn't do quantitative easing to help them. They didn't bring interest rates down to zero to help you. You think they brought interest rates down to zero to help you? No. It hurts you. It causes you to go from a full-time job to a part-time job. Full-time, part-time, then poverty. It causes them to outsource your job. This zero rate has destroyed you, has destroyed the company you work for. The only people that are making money are the CEOs and the 1 percentile and the guys on Wall Street making a fortune. And finally, what's going to happen, we're starting to see it now, where people are saving more out of fear. Remember what I told you? The average savings rate from 2015 to 2020 was 7%, shot up to 33% on the pandemic when everybody got scared, came back down, but it's stuck at 14%. That means we have 7% still. That money's not going into the economy. That's bad. Next thing is going to happen. People are going to start losing their jobs. And once a person loses his job, and he gets up in the morning, he drives out to work, and his neighbor's next door, hey, Joe, aren't you going to work today? I got laid off. Panic sets in. All you got to do, again, is just keep watching. Just keep watching gold. Okay, gold is going to benefit. Look at people are going to get smart. They're not going to want treasuries. They're not going to go and jump in treasuries. They're going to go jump in gold, not the bullion, the mining stocks. And the mining stocks, remember, went up 80%. They went up 80% the last time. We caught about 60% of it. Look, an economy keeps getting stimulus. Everybody's saying the $900 billion stimulus is a great thing. Sure, I want to see people get help. But all these restaurateurs and everybody else that needs the help, they rather have growth. They want to keep their businesses open. They don't want help. They want the government to get out of their way. Leave them alone so they can work and create wealth. You don't create wealth when you get a check from the government. You create debt. And it destroys the economy even more. Why do you think the Federal Reserve is printing money to purchase outstanding debt from the banks? $700 billion a month if they are in such good shape. Oh, they tell us the banks are in great shape, right? Well, if that's the case, why are they printing $700 billion a month to buy their debt, to take it off their balance sheet, the Fed, and put it on their own balance sheet, the Fed? Why is the energy industry? They're printing $80 billion a month to keep the energy industry afloat. Why are they printing $625 billion a week? Or $2.5 trillion a month to buy corporate debt because corporations are dying. And because corporations are dying, guess what? The banks, the 5 biggest banks that are holding that debt are dying. 33% of our S&P 500 companies are negative cash flow. Our own debt is historic. It's not just $27 trillion. Do you know, if you take our unfunded debt, that's like another $100 trillion. So what does this all mean when it's all said and done? You can protect yourself. Not calling your broke, say, what should I do, what should I do? Are you kidding me? Protect yourself so when you see your stock that you're in, and the only place you can make money is the stock market, nothing like it. Because you can even make more money when the market goes down. That's right. When the market goes down, you can make even more money. Because the market goes down 10 times faster than it goes up. If you can push a button, you can do this. Now, for 10 days free, go to my site. Sign up. Get your chart. 10 days free. But if you want to see the video, go to my YouTube channel. I just posted it and show you just how easy it is to sell short. Remember when they told us that we were the fastest economy, GDP growth in history? Remember that? When Kudlow told us that, the fastest economic GDP growth in history. He was wrong. He lied. The fastest was in the 40s, the 60s, and the 90s. Remember he said we had the best wages ever? Not true. The best wages were in 1973. Remember when he lied? He said we had the strongest economy ever. No, it was the 20s, the 40s, and the 90s. He said we had the biggest business investment in 20 years. That wasn't true. The last time we had that was 60 years ago. Trust your chart. It works. Sign up free for 10 days. See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.